Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to tell you how to create a simple React application. First of all, what is a React application? React is basically an open source JavaScript library which is created by the Facebook, and it is used to build some very high user interfaces for interactive web applications. For example, this Twitter page, this could be an example of a React application. One of the important characteristics of the React application is that it is based on something called component. The component is an independent piece of code which can be used multiple times, not only in the same page, but also in the different pages. For example, if you look at this Twitter page, it is divided into different sections. Each of this section is a component. For example, this is a left scroll bar component, this is a tweeting section component, this is a response component, this is trend for you components, and this is who to follow component. And each of this component is then made of some another components. So we would be learning what are those components and how to create your own components. In order to start React application, you should have some basic knowledge of basic HTML, cascaded style sheet, basic of JavaScript, and if you are using your laptop machine, you must install Node.js before starting a React application. In order to create a simple application, I have in my system created a directory. So now, without any further ado, I will be moving to start to give you this idea how to start a React application.
So I am in this directory. So as you know, the first step is to write down the int command, npm int, to create the JSON file, which I'm doing now, enter. And then it asks me the package name. I'm taking everything default. So yes, 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 yes. Okay, yes. So the package JSON file is now created. Now the next step is that I want to create a React application. I can do this using the following command, which is npx and followed by space with create dash react dash app. So create React application, what it will do, it will actually create an application and name it with the name you have chosen. So here I am giving it a name, my app, and then enter. And now it will downstall the React library, and it would take a few minutes to do this. So now it has installed, started installing React DOM, and React Script. These two library, React and React DOM, we would be using mostly in our application. So it's now installing. We have to wait for some minutes until it download and install the React library. So I think it's still 50% installed. Now it's installing template dependencies. Okay, so what I will do now, I will start the Visual Studio. So after the React application is created, now I am starting Visual Studio Code in order to actually start coding. And you all know how to start of Visual Code Studio or Studio Code. And the second thing I have to do is to change into the folder. So I said open folder, and I would be looking up towards the directory I have created, and I have installed the React library. And the one I have used for this purpose is under my, you may have a different directory structure. So this is the React work, and in this is my application. I select this folder and then until okay, and now I create, in fact open the terminal where it is. Yeah, it is. So now I will be giving a command which is called as npm start. So this command actually, when I give this command, it will start the React application, and this application will be running in the browser window localhost colon 3000. Now you can see this is the default React application that is running. So now I will show you how you can actually play with this application and change some physical properties of this application in order to um, give you how this application is working. So first of all, what we will do, we will check the structure of this React application. So I open the Visual Studio Code one more time. And now what I want to show here is that your application that you've created and named my application, you will see there are two main directories. One is this public directory and the other one is the source directory. Then you also have got the package.json file. Let's click the package.json file first. So it has included all the required dependencies of this application. So it needs React library, React DOM. These are the two important libraries that we need. And then if you click on the public directory, you will find that here we have got index.html. This index.html is the web page that runs when we create this, when we run this application. However, this index.html is created by a JavaScript file which is in the source directory and known as index.js. This index.js actually, if I click here, you can see that this index.js has imported some libraries from the React library. It has import React. From the React DOM library, it has import React DOM. Then this is the cascaded style sheet to decorate the web page. It has imported this as well. And then it has imported a component which is called as, in this program, as application. And then it has created an element using the JSX language. I will tell you what is the JSX language in a while. So the idea is that the HTML page, which is called as index.html, is basically created by index.js, which uses any JavaScript file that has defined component. In this case, that JavaScript file is application.js. So most of the time during this lab session, you would be creating these files, application.js. It can be any name, and then you will be using this file which actually define the components in your index.js here, and then you start npm start to start your application. So that would be our basic idea, that we would be creating or using application.js and then to define components, and then we use those components into our index.js, and that index.js then will actually create a page that will be running in our browser. So now I want to show you some interesting things. If you click apple.js, you will find that this line, learn React, you can change it. For example, learn React in CN5066, okay, by Nadeem Qadi, something like this. You can give any of your name here. I just want to show you. And then what you can do is you can save this program, save all. If you notice, if you come back browser, now this thing has been changed. So this is an update. As soon as you save the program, you will find this is updated in your browser window. Secondly, what you can do, you can change the color of your application as well. In order to change the color of your application, you will be clicking this app.css file, and if you go there, there's a background color. If I click here, then there are some colors. Let's say I choose the color, for example, blue. Okay, you can choose any color. I have choose the blue, and then I save it, save all, and then I again see it. You see the color has been changed. So this is how we create an application, and I have shown you how you can change it, but this is giving you a basic idea. Now in my next video, I will show you how to develop some very basic component using this structure that is created for you by the React library.